Hi everyone, how's it going today? We are live. I'm going to be talking today about why casting a wide net whenever you're marketing your leather goods is actually shrinking your sales. That sounds kind of counterintuitive, right? But I'm going to tell you all about that. First, I just want to share this video into the group. Let me just do that really quick. There it is. Leather Tamers is the group. Why casting a wide net and marketing to everyone is actually shrinking your sales. Okay, cool. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Mary and I run the Leather Beast website. I also have a free private group called the Leather Tamers. And what I do is I teach people how to make leather goods like these and this cute little guy right here using traditional methods, hand tools, saddle stitching, that sort of thing. And I also teach people how to sell their leather goods. So that's what I do. So before we get into it and talk about why your marketing to everyone is actually shrinking your sales, I do want to mention that I have a free workshop coming up on April 30th. It's going to be a masterclass talking all about the mistakes that people make whenever they start their side hustle, how to avoid those mistakes, and then also the 5-step, I can't remember, the process, the framework for starting a profitable side hustle instead of just kind of trying things out, throwing things at the wall, waiting till something sticks. So if you're interested in starting your side hustle, or if you already have a side hustle, you're not getting the results that you want, you might want to sign up for the free class, because I'm going to walk you through everything from sort of setting goals to figuring out who your ideal customer is and making sure you're set up to get the profitable sales that you should be. So I'll post a link in the comments, but it's leatherbeast.com/side hustle if you want to sign up for that workshop. So today we're talking about casting a really wide net, marketing to everybody. That, you know, you might think more people, more sales, right? But that's not actually what happens. More people, more sales, maybe for bigger brands, but if you're a smaller brand, if you're marketing to everyone, there's a lot of things that are happening and they're not necessarily good things. It seems like you should be kind of like covering your bases and marketing to everybody, and oh, if I'm not marketing to everybody and pleasing everyone, then, you know, I'm turning away potential customers, I'm turning away potential sales, but that's not really true. There's a couple things that happen whenever you are marketing to everyone. You're marketing to a very broad audience versus marketing to a very specific and targeted audience. The first thing that happens is you're diluting your brand, basically. So any of the personality that you have that nobody else has is you're basically stripping that away so that you can kind of, you know, please everybody. So that's gone. What kind of is the thing that makes you special is usually kind of removed from the equation because you're trying to put out a product in a way that, the same way that everybody else is doing it. Because, I mean, there could be a lot of reasons. Maybe you're seeing how other people do things and you think, oh, this is how I should do it. I mean, I've definitely done that. I do that like all the time, and then I have to remind myself that, like, you know, it's not so cookie cutter. You can't just apply the same methods that other people apply, and you wipe out your personality and kind of what makes you special when you do that. And I think another one of the things where people fear kind of putting their personality or not marketing to a broad audience is because they feel like they're going to annoy people or turn people off if they put certain things in their marketing message, the things that they personally feel strongly about or that is part of their personality. They know that that's not going to be something that everyone is going to like, so they leave that out. But they are afraid that people will kind of leave their customer base or unsubscribe or stop following them. And honestly, that's fine. I mean, you don't want to be wasting time marketing to people who aren't interested in what you're doing. That's kind of like the bottom line. You have to find those people that actually want to see what you're doing and ignore everybody else, because those other people, they were never going to buy anything from you. They were never going to sort of appreciate your work and your leather goods. So that's just something to keep in mind. It's a hard thing to kind of keep in mind, but honestly, the more specific you can be, the better off. And I'm going to tell you about that in a second. Oh, another thing that happens is that you start to blend in. If you are wiping your personality, or there's nothing really special or specific or anything that's really kind of standing out with your branding, with your products, with your messaging, you're going to blend in with everybody else who's creating leather goods, who's creating, you know, wallets and tote bags and things like that. Like, there's got to be some sort of element in there that is specific and that helps you to stand out from the crowd. Otherwise, you're just going to be another wallet on the Etsy list of hundreds and hundreds of leather hand-stitched wallets. So if you can find that thing that really helps you to stand out, that's going to attract your ideal customer, that's what you want to do instead of blending in with everybody, obviously. And so you might be thinking, okay, how do I do that? Well, this is where it comes down to really knowing who your target audience is. This is why it's so important to kind of do that work and figure out who is it that is going to want to buy your leather goods. Who is it that is going to value your work, you know? They might like it, but if they don't want to buy it, then that's not your ideal customer. So this is where it's really important to kind of do that work and figure out, you know, who you're serving, basically. Even with things that are not super functional, things that are kind of like decorative or something like a leather basket, you might be like, this isn't serving anyone, but it is serving someone in the sense that it's design, it's art, it's, you know, it's decor, in some sort of way that is serving someone, that's serving your ideal customer. So you need to figure out who it is, and you need to attract those people. And once you know who it is that is your ideal customer, then you can get really specific with your messaging when you're talking to them, either through emails or on social media or through your product listings on Etsy or on your website. All of that is marketing, and so you need to be really focusing that. If you're not really focusing it, it's kind of a waste of time. I mean, maybe eventually, you know, people will start to notice, but I think for the majority of people, if you're not actively marketing your goods in a really specific way, you're going to have a tough time. I would love to hear from anybody who differs on that, actually. If you don't market and you have customers lining up, I would love to hear how you're doing that. Whenever you get specific with your messaging and it resonates with someone, like if you're talking about something really specific that this tote bag is going to do, like whether it's like, oh, this is like a tote bag that's great for like moms carrying all of their like baby gear, you know, that's going to resonate to your ideal customers that are moms, or maybe it's like gym goers. You know, you have a tote bag for like carrying your sneakers and your gym gear to the gym. That's just getting a little bit more specific so people can visualize it. People can be like, oh, well, I like to go to the gym. This could be a great thing for me. So, and that's like in the most simplistic terms of kind of the general idea. Yeah, you just want to be able to have your ideal customer really relate to what you're saying and what you are promoting. And if you do know who your customer is and you're really specific with that customer, it'll be easy for you to kind of get more focused and sort of pinpoint those things that you know are kind of like, oh, that's a pain point for my ideal customer. I should talk about how this is going to solve the problem of not having a big enough bag to carry all their stuff or whatever. So that's just one of those things. If you can get more specific with your messaging in your emails to your subscribers, in your social media, in your product listings, cast that more narrow net, and you'll be able to scoop up the people that are actually going to be really interested, and the people who you actually might be able to convert to buyers of your product, which is what you want. So don't forget to sign up for the course that I'm doing. Sorry, it's not a course. It's a workshop masterclass on Monday, April 30th. I will be there kind of talking more in depth about all of this kind of stuff, talking about how to find that ideal customer, how to target them, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a brand new workshop, so I'm excited to kind of put it out there and share the work. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.